Flex and repeat and you say New York City. Express and repeat and you say worldwide. Welcome back to another episode of Food for Thought. I'm your host, Chef Saint, and today we are making infused vegan caramel popcorn. Just to break down the ingredients for you briefly on our caramel, we have a teaspoon of sea salt, we have a teaspoon of bourbon vanilla, 2 cups of brown sugar. This is organic brown sugar we decided to use today. We also are using half a teaspoon of baking soda. Because it's vegan, we're not using any dairy products, we're not using any butter. So we're going to use our 1 cup of our blend of coconut oil and olive oil that we infused. And then we be big flex. You already know the vibes. Alright y'all, so we're going to take this delicious blend of coconut oil and olive oil, which is a tablespoon, and we're going to use that for our half a cup of kernels, which is going to be 5 quarts of popcorn when we're done. And that's how we're going to infuse the popcorn. We're going to take our olive oil blend, and we're going to put it in there nice and easy. Keep it at a medium high, but we're just going to give it a second to warm up. So we got our half a cup of popcorn that we're going to put into our infused, just to get it popping real fast. Okay, big flex guys, so we're going to get to making that caramel, vegan caramel, for our popcorn. What we're going to do is we're going to take our 1 cup of oil and coconut oil blend. This is an olive oil and coconut oil blend, absolutely delicious. We're going to put it into our pot. And what we'll do is we're just going to drop it in there. At the same time, we're going to be taking our 2 cups of brown sugar and adding it to the mix. Turning our heat up to a medium high. And while we're letting that melt down, we're going to take 1 teaspoon of sea salt and add it to the mix. And just move it around with everything that's in there. Making sure that the oil gets absorbed with the brown sugar. And we're going to let that all melt down to perfection. But most importantly, you know we can't forget stuck honey. What we're going to do is we're going to take our half cup of stuck honey and place it deliciously in with our brown sugar. Now we're letting this come to a beautiful boil all together. We're just going to move it around gently. We're not going to agitate it too much because we're going to let this all melt down, but we want our beautiful ingredients to be blended well. And you need to get a whip. So you want to take that and you want to whip that around. Now you can see as that oil, that beautiful green oil infusing into the wonderful, oh my God, you can smell the stuck honey. So now it's going to start to caramelize and we're going to leave it alone. The name of the game with caramel is patience. You gotta let it do what it do. I mean, I wish you guys could smell that. You smell that, brother? That's amazing. Now you see, I'm gonna let that sit for another like 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, about 1.5 minutes. And then we're gonna add in our vanilla and our brown sugar after we take it off the heat. It's a very volatile thing, so we're gonna take our safety and our time at the highest value. That's where our caramel's at, right? But it ain't completely ready yet until we add our vanilla and our baking soda. We're gonna add our 1 teaspoon of bourbon vanilla. And we're gonna take our half of a teaspoon of baking soda and add it in there as well. And what that's gonna do is naturally it's gonna cause a chemical reaction between the sugars and the salts. And that makes a beautiful caramel. As you guys can see, we got our caramel at this point. Don't that look like caramel? Make sure that you mix it around. Oh my God. Oh my God. That's ridiculous. Wow, 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 wow. So you want to make sure that you got your popcorn right here. Pour it right over your popcorn, right? Real beautiful. Now you take those lovely stuck honey utensils that you had before and just roll that in for a second. we're just mixing around. Now, as you can see to the left of me, I have bought out a pan, because an option for this caramel popcorn is you can have your oven at 275 degrees, and you can take your caramel popcorn and put it in the oven so it can harden and solidify and mix all lovely. And that's something that we just might do, y'all. Because as you can see, look how beautiful that caramel is. You're gonna have these beautiful chunks of caramel forming as you're folding, and that's just fine. That's why we have the oven. So if you'd like, you preheat your oven. If not, and you like a little bit of caramel ribbons in your stuff, which is also a beautiful thing, leave it as is, but you definitely have to spread it out to dry. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now usually I do this in a huge batch. I'm just whipping with a big spoon, but I wanted to get intimate with you guys today and show you guys a little bit of love. So that is our beautiful caramel popcorn. And just ease it onto the tray. And because we use coconut oil, you might have a residual medicinal. That's all good, because that's what the oven and the drying process is going to do. So now that you've got all your caramel out and about with a little bit of clout, sky's the limit right now. So you can take it, you can let it sit out. If you let it sit out, you can do so many things with it. See, now putting it in there solidifies the caramel. So you would put it in there for about, I would say, no more than 15 minutes, and sit it inside there no longer than 15 minutes. And that'll harden it, and then you'll take it out, it'll be a brittle and you can crack pieces off. But I've been known to put fruits and nuts. You can put the nuts in there to bake it as well, but you can scatter the nuts on top of this. You can do anything you want at this point. As you can hear, it's a whole lot crunchier. Ooh, beautiful. You see that? Oh my God. That's amazing. I'm speechless. So good. You hear that crunch? Big flex. Big flex. If you wanted to, during that process, when you had it in the oven, you could have put a little extra sea salt on there if you like. Like I said, you could put the nuts on there as well. But just as natural, actual, factual, you can't beat that. Nah, ain't no beating that. Supreme Green Cuisine. Big flex. And you say New York City. Big flex. Thank you for joining us again for another episode of Food for Thought. This has been our caramel popcorn episode. And now we're going to get into the thought. I am a musician as well as a culinary artist, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of that today. So today's thought is going to be called Cardboard Spaceship. It's something that I wrote a while ago about the imagination and how much it's yours and yours alone. So just keep on flying. Flex! I'm ready to see it all in my cardboard spaceship. Destined for the stars when you look in my eyes. No one to tell me that I'm wrong in my cardboard spaceship. 'Cause all I'm trying to do is fly. See, I remember I was lost. Then I found a road called ideas of my own. Now I can fly way past the sun and through black holes, looking from so high. Now I can see it all. It's funny how sometimes you never know how far you can go
when you let go. Don't ever think that you're far from your dream or distant from truth, or let them say you will fail at what you do. Baby, you gotta believe that you can shoot past the moon. Ooh, destined for the stars in my cardboard spaceship. Yeah, ready to see it all when you look in my eyes. No one to tell me that I'm wrong in my cardboard spaceship. Yeah, 'cause all I'm trying to do is fly. Big flex, be the dope you wanna smoke at all times. Keep steaming. And you say New York City,